We are going to cross now to the slam dunk competition. Now, this is a personal favourite of mine, and I'm sure of most people. It's going to be excitement, and here is Steve Quartermain to bring it to you.
Yes, Bill, and there's plenty of pride at stake here. This is probably the glamour award or honour that any of the players could have, apart, of course, from winning the championship. But they're all after this one, and the contestants this year are the reigning champion, that man on your screen there, Everette Stephens from the Newcastle Falcons. We have Michael Morrison from the Geelong Super Cats. That man is, well, you could call him the 12th man for the Tigers. He's on their roster but not playing this year. Brett Rainbow. You mightn't have heard too much about him, but after today you will, because he can dunk. They call him the White Michael Jordan.
They're going to have to open the roof.
And the other contestant is Paul Maley from the North Melbourne Giants, and he's got a couple of tricks up his sleeve by the looks of things. But yeah, Brett Rainbow, he is sensational. I've seen him in a couple of competitions, and he's something very special. Just a youngster, and he really dunks in Jordan-type fashion. The rules of the slam dunk contest: each player is given 3 dunk attempts, and the 2 highest scoring dunks are added to reach the player's total score. There's 4 judges, and each judge awards score out of 10. And in the event of a tie, the player with the highest single dunk total is declared the winner. So each player gets 3 dunks. And they're going on previous competitions. There's going to be some weird and wonderful attempts. The coaches, the coach, I beg your pardon, of the North Melbourne Giants, Brett Brown. He's one of the judges in this slam dunk competition, as is Chris Appleby from the Herald Sun here in Victoria. We've got Bruce Samerson, of course, from formerly of East Street, now with Neighbours. And there's a bloke in the leather jacket there who's a fair Australian talent as well, Jimmy Barnes. So his Tin Lids performing the national anthem before the game. So everything's in place for the slam dunk competition.
Interesting to see that the Boomers have come out from their halftime chat to have a look at the slam dunk competition.
You any good at this, Dean?
I could throw it down when I was a youngster. You said that with an air of... well, you were questioning...
Well, Steve Carfino used to watch you play. Steve, could he slam dunk?
Oh, you saw my reaction all the way from over here. Dean, I heard you were a bit of a leaper. That was before I came to Australia, and maybe in the 70s.
Yeah, that was a while ago, Smarty. Thanks very much.
We saw him jumping on Friday night.
Yeah, look, will you stop raising that? There's something important going on out here. Steve Carfino, of course, even though he's only a little guy, I can recall him dunking too. He may well have dunked on me at some stage during his career.
So we're just waiting on Mark Davis from the All-Stars. He's also in this slam dunk competition, but Mark's in there being addressed by the coach, Brian Gorshin. It's interesting to note that the All-Stars are inside, but the Boomers are already out. They've come out to watch this slam dunk competition. So here comes Paul Maley, the first dunk in this competition.
Well, the mailman really... Oh, that's a lovely little left-handed under-the-hoop slam. And really, you want to get away with a good start, Steve Carfino. It's very nice to get your first dunk in. And that wasn't a bad one.
The first thing you want to do is make sure it goes in. That's right, Dean. And Paul Maley did a very nice dunk. Nice little rockabye baby, and slammed it with the left. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a little bit better than the scores that he got there.
Yeah, well, early on, unfortunately, first up, sometimes you might not get the better scores. But you're so right. The first thing these guys have got to do, Quarters, is make sure they make the hoop.
Now, Brett Rainbow is second up.
Steve Carfino, I don't know if you've seen this young guy before, but he's on the Tigers roster. He's not yet been able to play in the NBL. Played some games in the Kmart Classic pre-season this year, and gee, well, he can jump.
So no, it's going to be Michael Morrison from the Super Cats taking the second shot. He's going right from the other end of the court. He's got the Jeff Thompson run-up.
Got the bit of the Dr. J's about him. He's way back there.
Oh, he's got the ball, but that doesn't count, of course. He can go back and start again.
Well, Dino, I think maybe we should come out of retirement because I think we could do a little bit of that ourselves.
Yeah, well, they need to give me a trampoline and lower the rim substantially. But here come the All-Stars. I'll have a look now. Morrison this time. Yeah, well, that was going to be one of those classic Dr. J, Michael Jordan, one-handed stuffs, but unfortunately for Michael, failed to make it.
Well, it looks like Mark Davis isn't going to take part in this comp, so... No score, obviously, for that one, because it missed. Who's next up? Is it Brett Rainbow? It is. Looking forward to this. I think a few of the crowd have seen him before. They know what they're in for here. Here he goes, Brett Rainbow. Oh! Brett Rainbow gets a 10 from Chris Aberwee, a 9 from Jimmy Barnes and Bruce Amazon. And he also gets a 10 from Brett Brown.
I got Jason Reese here. What'd you think of that one? And a white guy, too.
They say white men can't jump. Well, he's proving them all wrong, isn't he? Yeah.
Jason. Yes, well, that's true, but Jason may prove it the other way, Steve Carfino.
It's a good thing he can't hear you, Dean.
Absolutely. Don't tell him I said that.
Well, Terry Dozier's a last-minute ring-in.
But that was a sweet dunk. Steve, what did you think of that one from down there?
I thought that was a 10 out of 10. That's going to be hard to beat. And if that's his first dunk, I'd like to see his next couple.
Big Terry Dozier. Have a look at him. He's 6'9". Looks like a Hessian bag full of set squares. Have a look at him.
Okay, and the last man to dunk in this first round will be the reigning champion, Everette Stephens from the Newcastle Foster's Falcons. We saw Everette last year, of course, win and then do the worm mid-court.
Just going over there to Andre Lafleur for... Oh, he's going to have an assistant out there.
Andre goes, what are you talking about?
Well, he's got the right man, currently equal leader of the most assists or average assists per game with Robert Rose, so he's got the right man with the ball in his hand.
So I think Andre's going to stand there and give an alley-oop pass.
Just working on the trajectory on this one. This will be interesting.
So here we go. Everette Stephens from Newcastle. No, take two.
Well, looks good from here. All the pressure's on Andre Lafleur.
He looks more nervous than Everette.
Well, I think he was attempting the 360, Steve Carfino, but when the pass got there, he just had to take what he could get.
Well, I think that's a pretty tough dunk to start with. And Andre Lafleur was looking a little raggedy on that pass. What do you think? Did you give him a bad pass? Is that why he couldn't do the dunky way he wanted to do it?
I got kind of nervous. I didn't want to mess up his $1,000, but yeah.
You're going to split the money in half? He's not going to give you any of it now with that terrible pass you threw him.
I think he's a bit mad at me now, but he's still got a chance. He's going to do it.
Dunk number 2 for Paul Maley from the North Melbourne Giants. He's been practicing this one. This is an interesting one. A between the legs jam.
Well, look good. Came off the board real well, but unfortunately just didn't have the hops to hang on to that one. But a good-looking dunk by the mailman.
So there's Michael Morrison, the shorter run-up this time. What's going on here? That's Michael Morrison. Mike's not having too much luck. Steve Carfino.
Well, maybe the secret to having a long career is by not competing in these slam dunk contests. What do you think, Leroy Loggins? Is that how you keep your youth? I see you're not in the slam dunk contest.
Oh, no. My slam dunk days are over, man. That's why, you normally see me when I'm playing now. I just shoot the 3 or the 2-pointer, mate. I'll just stay there.
Oh, my.
I'll show you this guy right here could seriously slam this Brett Rainbow guy.
Yeah, well, that's my first time ever seeing or hearing of the Rainbow, and he's very impressive.
Oh, that's another 100% score from Brett Rainbow. Oh, look at that. Sensational.
Little tomahawk down there, Steve. What do you think of that one? Just hoop that one.
Well, I was just telling Leroy. He said he hadn't seen all the dunks yet, and he said, which one is the best dunk so far? I said, that white guy over there. He'd never seen him before.
Well, I reckon you can put down your glasses already. Brett's got the 1,000 in the kick. Do you have to pay tax on that, dude?
I'm not sure. Oh, that's a fairly handy dunk by Terry Dozier. It's not over yet.
Yes, it was a good one. He's got a couple of 10s, a couple of 9s.
Oh, he was looking for some more score
He's not
there
happy,
too,
Terry, either.
That was a nasty dunk. I think Brett Rainbow may well have to put down on his tax return form occupation, professional dunkster. And Everette Stephens next up, taking the long run up again.
Pressure's on the defending champ.
This time not looking for any assistance from a pass or anything. False start.
Just as we've only got 3 dunks each, we might be here till about 10:30 tonight.
Now these guys take this very seriously. And there is some money. There's some serious money involved here. $1,000. Nothing to sneeze at.
And pride even more.
Well, I happen to know that you wanted to enter this competition, Steve.
3 9s and a 10. And an 8 from the judges.
Well, Andrew Gay's kind of led me astray. After he won the 3-point shootout, he told me he was going to get the dunk contest. But who do you think's the favorite so far?
Oh, without a shadow of doubt, Brett Rainbow. He's killing them.
Has he dunked on you in practice like that?
Many a time, unfortunately. He does it well, and the tip dunks is his favourite.
Paul Maley.
Well, he came back strongly after he missed his previous dunk. A couple of 8s, 9s, and a 10 for the mailman.
So now Michael Morrison from the Super Cats.
Well, Michael, really, we need to see something spectacular from Michael. He's missed his first 2 attempts. And there's a nice two-handed dunk by Mike. Steve Carfino down in amongst it with Mark Bradkey at the moment.
Mark Bradkey, what's your impression so far?
A little bit biased. I think Brett Rainbow's doing extremely well, and I'm sure he'll do a 360 now and top it off the day.
Here we go, Brett Rainbow. What will he produce this time? He's got a perfect score so far.
Oh! He's got to check those shoes. I'm sure he's got some springs in there or something. Have a look at that. Phil Smythe down there with Steve Carfino. Now, Phil could never jump that high, and I know that for a fact.
That's sweet. A 360 from a white boy, and Scotty Ninnis didn't go in it.
Oh, sensational. Well, the competition's all over. Competition is all over. Brett Rainbow, here he is.
Terry Dozier with his last dunk. Oh, that was a nasty dunk. Very powerful dunk by Terry. But I tend to agree with that little dance from Terry Dozier. Should get extra points for that. What do you think, Quarters?
Definitely. So I warned you about Brett Rainbow. He certainly is sensational. Let's hope one day he can make that step up and play NBL.
Probably can't pass the ball or dribble it, but hey, he can dunk.
Well, maybe the Tigers should just put him on at half-time every week and get about 15,000 here every week.
Well, that's a great win for the young fella, Brett Rainbow. $1,000.
Okay, well, we've seen some fantastic dunks here. Let's now take a look at the NBL Players of the Week.
Our game is the popular slam dunk competition, which sees our league's highest leapers give the backboards a real workout. Last year, Brett Rainbow from the Tigers blitzed the field in spectacular and surprising fashion. This year, the 18-year-old defends his title against the likes of Leon Trimmingham, Mario Donaldson, Calvin Telford and slammin' Sam McKinnon. The competition rules are slightly different this year. Each player gets 2 minutes to perform as many dunks as they like. The two highest scoring jams are added together to give the player his total score.
Slammin' Sam McKinnon from the Magic. Oh, my! White boys can jump. Oh, he got off on that, huh? That's a good start. Look at that scoring. What's his best score? Oh, the little Jordan lean into. He has got some hops. Well, he's only 17, you know, he hasn't got the bad knees yet. I had no idea he could dunk like that. I've seen him in games in one-handed dunk, but this is amazing. Steve Carfino, what about this guy?
Yeah, baby, that was sweet. Nice 9. Oh,
that's the 360. Come on, Carfino, give this man a score.
8.
I think Steve's a little jealous.
Yeah, you should have talked.
Your time starts now.
Mario Donaldson from the Kings and Kites. He's chasing 75. What's he got in the bag? That's unbelievable. He's been in Leon Trimmingham's shadow all year, but it's a chance for him. Look at Carfino. Sit down already. Oh, there's no bias. There's no bias there. Look at this. That's amazing dunk. We've been saving this stuff up. There's just too much leaping ability out there. Too much.
Oh, my goodness.
Steve, are you okay?
That was nasty. Remind me of Paul Kuiper. Not.
I've got to go to the dictionary to find some more adjectives to describe these things. Amazing. Well, there's one. Cross that one off the list. Yep. Super Mario. With authority. There's a 10. Oh,
hey, I didn't like that one as much. What?
A 3. Steve Carfino next to El McFeast there.
Oh!
360 degrees.
Baby. Oh,
coming down with some pressure on the rim.
Oh, that was nasty.
Look at this.
15 seconds.
Slam cam.
That slam cam's going to be on the floor.
Oh, man. Even my Uncle Toby would like that.
Oh, my. That was nice, too.
9. 3, 2, 1. Calvin Telford.
Now, this man, Calvin Telford, Kites, he has got some serious hops. He's got to chase 96 from Mario Donaldson. Let's see if Carfino gives this guy the respect he deserves.
He needs to wear a helmet.
Oh, baby.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was sweet, Steve.
Oh, gosh, man.
From your old stamping ground, Hobart. Look at that thing. He'd be up there.
That was eye level.
Yes. Oh, yes. That is the best. 10s all round.
11s, 12s.
Oh.
Another 10. Keep it up there. My
The game delaying, backboard swaying. Thank you very much.
He's going to wear the rim out. Calvin Telford, he's just throwing this thing down. That is so sweet.
Now, the reigning champion of the slam dunk competition from the Melbourne Tigers, Everette Rainbow, yet again another white kid with some serious hops.
A specialist, if you will, a specialist in the dunk.
That was pretty nasty. I'll give him a 9 on that one.
It looks like, Paul, that Everette Rainbow is going for the quality, not quantity here.
Yeah, he's pretty calm. He's not in a hurry, is he?
Let's see what he's got here. Oh, I like that. In the leg spread. Would have looked good with a cape on.
It's like a place kicker. He's going back. He's going to kick this thing.
Need a whistle?
Yeah. He's getting the crowd involved.
Wait a second.
He's getting Andrew.
Oh, my God. Is this dangerous?
I get it. He's not a...
Children, do not try this at home.
He's got 8 seconds. He's going to run out of time.
He's getting a little help from Fred there.
Yeah.
Fred, a dunker in the Stone Age. Oh! He felt it. He was the basket.
The Braille dunk.
The Helen Keller of dunkers.
Oh, my. Have a look at this. Oh, that's tough. Hey, Steve Carfino, a little bit of innovation by Everette Rainbow there.
You gotta love that. Ingenuity.
Trimmingham from the Kings. Oh, he's shaking that thing around. And that's just his warm-up dunk.
I think they should put the basket back up to 10 feet.
He's calling out some kids. You know what that means.
Could mean a whole heap of things, Steve, actually. The old Evel Knievel, I'm going to jump over the kids, in your face, slam dunk.
He makes this one. That's a 10.
The runway is clear for takeoff.
There's Carfino. Look at that.
Qantas.
The Bob Beeman. Slam dunk. Little 360.
Give him another 10.
Keep rolling out those 10s, Steve.
She might have to leave that card up.
The winner of the Slam Dunk competition brought to you by Powerade and still champion, Everette Rainbow.
Oh!
Surprise, surprise!
Dual NBL Slam Dunk winner, Everette Rainbow.
Controversial, I think, by the sounds of the crowd. But of course, he's a great athlete. Put on a...
Yeah, congratulations to Brett. He is a marvellous dunker, but I have to say, that was the highest quality slam dunk competition I have ever seen any.
Here we go with the slam dunk competition brought to you by Powerade, and how appropriate because power is what most of these guys are all about. Defending champion Everette Rainbow looking for a three-peat, and there is our panel of judges featuring such esteemed names as Shane Warne, Mean Al Green, one of the NBL legends, Grant Kenny, Steve Carfino, they're all there. And the lovely Miss Harris from Neighbours, but here's Clarence Tyson! With jam number 1.
I'll give him a 9.
Javon Scales is next. Now, they have 3 dunks in the first round. And the best 2 dunks go through. Steve Carfino, what are your thoughts?
Well, it's very tough to judge that first one because you got to leave yourself somewhere to go. You give him a 10, and you see something better. What are you going to give the next guy?
Well, you never give up your best score or your best dunk on the first round. Here's Jeff Arnold winding up for number 1. Reversal! And the rim rocks like never before. Here we go.
All right. This is going to be tougher than I thought, Billy.
And the scores, all 9s. We haven't got a 10 yet, but the judges are being very generous, Steve.
Well, I don't know, Billy. That was a pretty serious dunk. A big fella with all that ability to concentrate.
Javon Scales. Oh, two-handed. Took off a little inside the free throw line. We've seen better than that from Javon in the NBL.
Can we have does he get a replacement dunk?
Might be first-time nerves here for Javon Scales. Bunch of 5s, couple of 6s.
He looked like Superman.
So right now it's Jeff Arnold leading on 36 from Tyson on 33. And Scales, needless to say, is trailing after that first miss. David Stiff from the Devils. Reverse jam to open it up.
Give him an 8.
Here he is. Lopes in. Not a big run-up for David Stiff. Looks more like a warm-up dunk, this one, but smooth. And that brings a bank of 8s and a couple of 9s. Steve Carfino.
Well, Billy, it's a bit of a disadvantage being that tall because you don't have as far to jump.
So Darren McDonald in his first slam dunk competition. Oh, sweet.
10.
Was better, Steve.
That's right. The degree of difficulty on that, cupping it. I don't have to take you through it. You just saw it. That was sweet.
Clean sweep, 40 points. And here is the defending champion, Brett Rainbow, from the Melbourne Tigers. And it's the bounce. And he misses the tip. So maybe some pressure on the man from Melbourne, Steve. Telling.
We had to confer on that one and see what we give a missed dunk. It was a very tough one.
Okay, here we go. The scores, ladies and gents.
Brett Rainbow, the only bench player competing in this year's slam dunk competition. So we're into the second round now, remembering the 2 best scores of the 3 go together. Here's Clarence Tyson. Oh, it's a heavy one. And that was the power in the Powerade. Coming out of Clarence Tyson.
The judges with their scores.
Oh, the crowd not happy with the judges' result here. Let's have a quick last look at Clarence winding up.
Jeff Arnold,
that was plenty mean, but the judges just as mean. Jeff Arnold. Oh, cocked it, and then rammed it home. Wasn't happy with the result.
A 9.
The judges.
Steve, what do you think?
Well, Billy, it's a disadvantage, like I said, to be tall. The guy is very big. He doesn't have to jump as high.
But he still pulled all 9s, Jeff Arnold.
It was very nice. 9's a good score.
So, Javon Scales with the reverse jam. Baseline. We'll have another look at that one.
9.
I like that.
8.
Steve Carfino changing his mind on the score. We'll come back to him in a moment. There's Scales with the reverse dunk, and there it is. A couple of 9s, 4 8s.
Okay.
Well, Billy, I know it seems like we're giving some low scores, but to me, by far, the best dunk was D-Max.
Now, David Stiff, how far out is he going to take off? Not a long way. Spins and jams. Now, what do you give a 360? Here it is.
I'll give him... Come on, Steve.
That's our first 360. And Steve Carfino with a 10, and they've all given a 10. Steve.
Well, Billy, I wasn't sure right there. It wasn't as spectacular, but it was. I can't take it away from him. He executed it very well.
D-Mac with the bounce play this time. Oh, he nearly got it. That was a great adjustment. Well, that puts a lot of pressure on the competition because D-Mac was leading with all 10s. Stiff's come along and pulled out some 10s in the second round, and now D-Mac with the miss has gone backwards, so it tightens right up now.
Yeah, Billy, that one really opened it up. He was the favorite. Anything could happen now.
David Stiff leading this competition now with 73 points, but he's only 1 point ahead of Jeff Arnold. And Rainbow gives us the rainbow dunk. But he's got some catching up to do, the defending champion. He's got to make this and his next dunk big. So he goes for that one. Gets 110. We're still waiting for Mean Al Green. He gives him another 10. And it's 4 nines. Steve, Al's not as mean as we thought. Must be his old age.
Al's very generous over there, gave him a 10, but you know, I've seen that dunk before, and the crowd didn't respond that wildly to it, so I gave him a 9.
Clarence Tyson now back to the bucket. Oh, between the legs.
How about a round of applause for Mr. Tyson?
Clarence Tyson misses. So Tyson was 69.
Okay, the judges' scores.
This is a tight competition. We've got Stiff with 73 progressively. Arnold with 72, but remember, the best 2 count.
Right now, Billy, it's very important for these guys to make the dunk because they don't want to get 5s all the way across the board.
Arnold winds it up and misses. And that makes it interesting. Because Jeff Arnold was putting pressure on David Stiff. So David Stiff in the box seat now. If he can make his last dunk, he's looking good. Here are the scores.
Remember, the highest score and the lowest.
And Steve, I think this has given David Stiff the inside running.
If he just goes up there and does anything and just makes it, if he gets a 7, he's looking pretty good.
But remembering, Brett Rainbow missed his first. If he pulls out a big one on the second, he could be again in the 1. Oh, Javon Scales! The cartwheel jam. I like it. And so far, the judges are liking it. Here it is again. You talk about palming the ball. That was neat. Greg Kenny gives it a 9.
Yeah, Billy, it's about time they started booing somebody else.
Well, you better get a ski paddle and whack him over the head, Steve. I didn't like that call. Oh, Stiff was looking for the rebound jam off the glass. And boy, has that thrown the thing wide open. Now, Javon Scales is sitting on 73, Stiff on 73. That's their 2 best scores. Arnold's on 72, and we've got Tyson on 69. Now, that's their final scores.
All right, the judges have made their marks.
That will be their final scores. Now, here is a chance. Darryl McDonald has got a big chance here despite the miss. He's got a 40-point dunk on his belt. If he makes a 34-pointer here, he can get home with Rainbow to come. Oh, and he missed it!
Wow.
Oh, that would have been something else.
6 for that.
Well, Steve, maybe it's the atmosphere here, but I haven't seen this many missed dunks.
Well, if he made that one, I was going to give him 2 10s, Billy.
The judges have given him straight 6s. Okay,
well, 6s for effort. But now, after that brilliant first dunk, D-Mac has slipped down, and Brett Rainbow has a chance. He's got to make a 38-point dunk. I make it 37. He can make a 37-point dunk and win this. Oh, he does! That's going to make it very interesting. Can Brett Rainbow three-peat? I think he will. He will. He's won again. That is a magnificent finish. Brett Rainbow. The dunk master from Melbourne has got 10s all the way. Steve, he's won it.
Has he, Billy? Man, I wasn't tallying up the scores, but he said he had a couple of new dunks, and that one was great. Reached back and executed it.
A final score to Brett Rainbow, 77. He beat Scales and Stiff by 4. He beat Arnold by 5. Then you had Tyson and Darryl McDonald, who looked to have the thing in his bag, but could not make his second or third dunks. But that's it for the All-Star Weekend dunk competition, thanks to Powerade. And like the Bulls, Brett Rainbow has three-peated. In the meantime, well, A gathering like this brings a lot of famous people to the basketball. You've just seen a couple of them judging the slam dunk competition. Paul Kuiper is currently doing a little celebrity spotting with the crowd.